me say something that might sound uncomfortable at first. Most people aren't lost, they're distracted. We wake up, the first thing we touch is our phones. Not our thoughts, not our purpose, not God, but our phones. So before the day even starts, our mind is already endlessly scrolling and already belonging to the notifications, the opinions, and the timelines, and what's going on the internet and what's going on around the world. And when we wonder why we feel confused or we tend to compare ourselves to other people, it's because we can't hear ourselves. There's so much noise in the background, there's so much distraction that's why everything feels blurry. That's why your purpose feels blurry. Purpose doesn't disappear. It gets drawn out when you feed yourself with distractions. Think about it. When was the last time you actually stayed quiet? I mean, no music, no scrolling, no distractions, and no background noise, just quiet. Not relaxing quiet. I mean uncomfortable quiet. Or it's just you and your thoughts. Or it's just you. No phone, no computer, no TV, no laptop. Just you. And your thoughts, in your head. That's usually where clarity lives. But we avoid it because silence forces you to sit with who you really are. And that's the scariest part. Because when we sit in silence, we hear so much going on in our head. So much noise. We hear all the noise. But that's where you get the clarity. That's where you get that peace that you've been longing for. Because silence forces you to sit with who you really are. Not the version of you that's distracted, but the version of you who you always wanted to be. And sometimes that version of you is tied to unmotivated, confusion, and that still healing version of you. So instead of listening, we distract ourselves with social media. We distract ourselves with movies, games, all types of stuff, being around certain people, or just we distract ourselves with people or music. We distract ourselves. Distractions feel productive. Scrolling feels like real connection. And noise feels like actual movement. But none of it moves you forward. It only keeps you stagnant and it keeps you in the same place. Here's the truth no one tells you about. Your purpose won't fight for your attention. If you don't protect silence, everything else will take its place. So before you ask, what's your purpose? Ask first this. What has your attention and who has your attention? Because what you feed your mind grows and what you starve fades. If you've been feeling lost lately, don't panic. Just stay quiet long enough to hear yourself again. You're not lost, you're just distracted.